Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. Yes, I know it's been a hot minute, but I'm so happy to be back and bring you guys this video. If it's your first time here, what's up? And if you've been waiting for me to put something on my channel, I'm here as well, girl. What's good? So let's get into this video. I'm not going to talk too much. I just want to jump right in. All the information will be in the description box below, and be sure to subscribe. Okay, so first things first, I'm going to be going in with this Evian facial spray. I am obsessed. I am all about moisturizing, so you'll definitely see me use a couple of products to moisturize. I'm using an Alcone sponge to press product in, okay? We want to work the product in. Now I'm going in with the Kiehl's Ultra Facial Moisturizer. That works for all skin types. This is my jam. So the importance of working product in is just making sure that the skin really receives all of this goodness. So really be sure you're letting the product sit into the skin and not just moving super quickly. Now I'm going in with some hyaluronic acid from The Ordinary. And yes, like I said, I'm obsessed with moisture. Okay, don't be shocked. Then now I'm going to be going in with the NYX Studio Perfect Photo Loving Primer. I am obsessed with this primer. It is a dupe for the Smashbox primer, but it works perfectly fine. Now I'm going to be going in with this Dipbrow from Anastasia Beverly Hills in the shade Ebony, and I'm going to be using their number 12 brush. I've been doing a new brow routine and I'm so happy to kind of show it to you guys. So basically what I'm going to take is some lash glue and I apply it onto the brows. And if you're wondering, like, why is she using lash glue? If you've heard about the brow lamination trend, like, it kind of gives me that vibe of really, really tacking the brows down onto the skin. And I love the fact that this doesn't budge at all. So if you do have a client that is super oily or just has oily skin and it kind of transfers into that brow area, I do think this works a little bit better than just using a brow primer or a brow gel. Like, it will literally keep it in place. So I'm just I let the glue kind of set for a little bit, and then I use the spoolie on the end of my brush and just kind of flick the brow hairs up and over into the direction and shape that I want them to go in. So now that I got my brows in the direction that I want, I like to take my dip brow and I like to place it on the back of the cap of the dip brow. And I like to press my brush into it like back and forth to really flatten that head. That's what really helps me get these straight and precise lines, as you can see. And I'm just going to be making my line starting at the bottom, and then when I make my line on top, I like to start midway in the brow. I don't like to take the product all the way to the front because I really want my brow to have a hair-like look. All right, so now I'm going to be going in with some concealer. This is the new e.l.f. concealer. Like, y'all, if y'all are looking for a concealer that dries down matte, this is everything, I'm telling you. So I'm using this concealer. This is in the shade medium tan, I believe. And I'm just placing it all throughout the brow, trying to create that nice sharp line. And then I'm taking the Makeup Revolution in number 9, and it's a little bit lighter than that actual concealer I put down from e.l.f. And so I am going to be working it in and patting it down. Once I apply it and kind of get that straight, crisp line that I want, I use my concealer as primer. I'm not an eye primer person, although I do love the ABH primer to cut a crease, but I like to use concealer to prime the eyes. So that's what I'm doing here. so now I'm going to be taking my RCMA No Color Powder, and I like to place this all over the lids. Even though it is a matte concealer, I do want my concealer to be set. I just think that my eyeshadows kind of apply better this way. Now I'm going to be going in with the Zulu palette from Juvia's Place, and I'm going to be using that beautiful brown shade there. This is what kind of just pulls the entire look together. So just to kind of create a soft eyeshadow base so that your, eyeshadow doesn't look unblended, you really have to take a lot of time and be precise and work in back and forth motions and really work the product in. The brushes I'm using today are from Morphe, and I'll be sure to put the numbers of the brushes down below. But yeah, that's what you want. You want to make sure you're deepening it up. Keep working the product back and forth to deepen up the crease area. Now I'm going in with the Anastasia primer. Guys, this is everything to cut a crease. Like, I don't even know what I've been doing my entire life with anything else, even though before I was using concealer to cut a crease and it worked perfectly fine. This is my jam. I am obsessed with cutting crease with this. It just makes the product stick to the primer. I love the way my eyeshadows stick to this. So you're really gonna take some time. I'm not breathing at all. I'm actually not breathing here because I really want to make a nice straight crease. So I'm really taking my time. I'm using a Real Technique brush to get my precise crease cut. And you also kind of want to be sure that you're patting the product down. Once I get my crease how I want, as you can see here, I'm patting it in. This is just going to help it stay and be set. So once you get your crease to the precise height that you want, you're going to go ahead and do the other eye. If you're ever curious about where your cut crease should be on a client, you could always just have them open their eye as you are creating the crease. You want to be sure that this is visible, like you want people to see the work. So it does definitely need to be high enough. All right, so now I'm gonna go in with the Live to Inspire palette. I'm using that beige, that tan beige shade on the third row and the white shade. I'm gonna first start with the white shade, and we're really gonna work and pat this into the front. We're really patting it in, working it in. You're not taking too much though, because what you don't want to happen is for it to become patchy. You wanna take your time and work it in. Now I'm going in with that light tan shade, and I'm going to be working it in right next to the white. You do want to take a little bit of the product and kind of tap it in between where they meet. This is what makes it have an ombre seamless effect, as you can see here. And then I'm going to go back into my Zulu palette and start to pat that brown in. This is what gives that nice ombre effect. You really want to take your time though. Really be patient with this part and really take time blending. Light taps, nothing heavy. Don't be heavy-handed, just so you can get a nice seamless look like so. And that's it. Like, I literally only worked with 2 other shades outside of the brown shade. Now I'm going to be taking this glitter liner. I got this from Amazon, and these are the bomb. It comes with a couple different ones, but I'm going to be using this nice silver shade, and I'm just going to be working a line right above the crease. And guys, when I tell you I was not breathing, I did not breathe, like not one time. I kept working the product in back and forth though, because I really wanted it to be visible. So yeah, this is what it looks like. So pretty. Now I'm going in with this Sephora liner. This is the best eyeliner on the market. It is black AF. Like, I love how black it is. And I'm just creating a really thin line. This is just something for her lashes to sit near. I'm not creating a wing or anything like that. I don't want anything to take away from the ombre eyelids. So I just created a nice kind of thin eye line there. And then we're gonna move on 2 lashes. So the lash glue that I use is the Duo Lash Glue in black, and these lashes are from AliExpress. And don't come for me, this is prior to coronavirus, okay? Prior. So these are just some lashes that I got from AliExpress that I'm obsessed with, so I put these on her. All right, so now we are doing our base. I'm using some foundation here. To be honest, guys, I have no idea what I'm using. I'm not even gonna sit here and try to front, but I know I'm mixing foundation for sure. I know I'm using 2 shades. So I am going to put in the description box, I'll put what foundation I was using. But I like mixing my foundations. I feel like it helps me get that perfect shade that I want. So that's what I'm using, and I'm using a Real Techniques brush. I am obsessed with their brushes. For her brows, I'm now cleaning up the top of her brows with foundation. I do not clean the top of brows with concealer. I don't have time to try to make sure that the concealer gets blended away. Like, I'm not doing that. So now I'm going to be taking the same concealer that I used from e.l.f. and I'm going to be placing that on the high points to kind of start our contour process. Now I'm going in with the Fenty Beauty Matchstick in the shade Espresso. I'm obsessed with these. They are the bomb. And so I'm going to be contouring the sides of her face, a little bit of her forehead, and her nose. So now I'm going to be using the same brush that I used for foundation, and I just like when these kind of mesh together. It kind of helps make the contour lines a little bit more seamless and not super harsh. It blends in with that foundation that was left over onto the brush. So I'm just going to blend that out first, and I like to do this because I want the concealer on the high points to kind of dry down a little bit before moving on to them. So once I get that done, I'm going to start patting down on my concealer. This is another Real Technique brush. I'm telling y'all, I'm obsessed with Real Techniques. And if you're looking for an under eye brush, this is the one. It is a setting brush, but I use it for underneath the eyes when I am blending out my concealer when I'm contouring. So I definitely highly recommend this brush for that. Really, really work the product in, pat it in. Now I'm going in with another Real Technique brush. This is a smudge brush, but I use it to kind of clean and buff out the lines for the nose contour. I'm now going in with a thin layer of RCMA powder, very, very thin layer to set underneath the eyes. Doing another thin layer. And then now I'm going in with some Laura Mercier powder in medium deep and just kind of chiseling out the nose area and then working to blend and set the rest of the face. Now we're chiseling the cheeks, honey. But anyways, as you guys watch this, when I posted this 1-minute video on my Instagram, like, it went crazy. I went reposted so many times, got like thousands of views. I think the video had like, I think one of the pages that reposted it, it got over like 100K views, or like it's something high as hell. It was crazy. I was so shook. I was so happy. But that was the Kat Von D palette that I was using, Shade and Light. And I use the shade Sombre, but I only contour a little bit. I'm more of a blush crazy person, so I only use a little bit of contour powder. And then now I'm going to be going in with some blush. This is from Morphe 8W palette, and I'm using the shades MUA and Provocative together. And I just kind of love the way blush brings the look together. I'm blush obsessed, so I put blush literally everywhere. I don't care. Chiseling out the cheeks some more with some RCMA powder. You do really need to be careful with this powder because it is white. So really, really, really be careful with this powder. Now I'm going to be going in with the Anastasia Glow Kit. And I'm going to be using the shade Bronze to have her popping. We love a popping highlight. Like, come on. Sweetie, you see it. You know what's going on. So now I'm going to be going in with this jumbo eye pencil from NYX Cosmetic in the shade Milk. And I'm going to be adding this in her waterline. And then once I get that product into her waterline, I'm going to go ahead and give her some popping bottom lashes. So I am going to be using the YSL mascara. But first I am giving her a little eyeshadow to kind of smudge out the waterline. Now I'm going in with the NYX lip liner. This is in the color dark brown. These are some of my favorite lip liners. They cost absolutely nothing. I believe they're $3.49. They really, really get the job done. And I love using the shade dark brown for a lot of looks. And then I'm going to be going in with a cream lipstick from NYX as well. And I will have the name of that one in the description bar for you guys below. And I'm just going to work it in and then, you know, blend out the outer corner edges to give it a nice little ombre effect. Now that I am done, I'm going to go ahead and dust off the excess powder that I left behind to kind of chisel out the cheeks and just kind of work that in. Then I'm going to take the makeup fixer spray from OFRA Cosmetics, which smells the bomb, and we're going to set her face. And I do also like to let the product sit and then kind of pat it in. So that's what you'll see there. But yeah, guys, this is the completed look. I really hope that you guys enjoyed watching this glam with me. And I hope you guys kind of try it and recreate it. If you do, be sure to tag me. Follow me on my Instagram. I have all that information for you guys down below. But thank you guys so much for watching. I have some more videos coming for you guys soon. And yeah, see you guys in the next one.